There's slang that people used then, but do not use today, right? There's slang that people used 100 years ago that people do not use today. There's slang people used 200 years ago that people do not use today. You know that because if you're one of the people who tries really hard to stick with the King James, you always have to shut down your family Bible studies because the word ass keeps showing up. And your little kids are like, oh, we used to talk that way. Now we talk this way. The Gospels are written in language that people used in the first half of the first century during the time of Jesus, that people weren't even using in the second half of the first century. Here's another one. The Gospels are filled with really detailed descriptions of first century Jewish customs that nobody outside that really specific, really small subculture in that really specific place in time would ever even have been familiar with. There were customs that people were doing in the 20s, in the 30s, that people weren't even doing in the 70s or the 80s. Just like most other eyewitness accounts, the Gospels are filled with really specific and detailed descriptions of the geography of first century Israel that would have been outdated by the time of the second century because so much of it would already have been plowed over by the Roman government and redeveloped. Just like most eyewitness accounts, the Gospels are filled with super detailed, specific, accurate descriptions of the political struggles happening in first century Israel in a way that nobody outside that very specific place in time would have had any knowledge or understanding of. Take all of that together, and it's actually pretty clear. The only really plausible explanation for the Gospel accounts is that they were built out of the memories of the actual first century Israelite witnesses to the life of Jesus.